Hello, welcome to the video. My name is Ka. I'm a digital artist, filmmaker, and designer. Today I've been just get encouraged by my partner, and I started to make a video just talking about the whole working process or the creative process I have been wanting to share since I work on the project called Guy Sketch. As you guys can see, is the account, like the Instagram account is here. You guys can click on the Instagram or to see the artwork there. And it has been like a 2 years long process for me. It's a personal project, and it all started with a really simple idea, snow mountain, the snowy mountain, and some crystal transparent cabin in the valley in called M Valley. And M Valley actually is like I got so much inspired by Moomin. And yeah, because in the Moomin world, I'm not sure you guys have seen Moomin, and in the Moomin world, and they have the location where they live is called M Valley. And yeah, that's something has been stuck in my mind whenever I go to visit Finland. I was always amazed by the snow mountain, the tree, all the nature in the winter time. And I've been thinking, oh, how I can just use the nature, the environment to create some story, something I've been doing, like writing short story, screenplay, and something at that time I found it is really hard to externalize it only through screenplay or like low budget filming. And yeah, since 2023 in April time, I went back to Hong Kong after 5 years. I haven't been back to Hong Kong as I've been staying in London. And that time when I went to Hong Kong, and then there's a lot of like modern art, contemporary art museum there, the one called Empress, and there's another museum next to it called Palace Museum. They're showing all the artifact, old Chinese pottery from the Tang Dynasty or like from the Qing Dynasty, roughly like 600, 7 years ago. And sorry, my history is so not so good, and I forgot like when was even I studied in Hong Kong and I studied history in the past, but I find it hard to memorize the the time frame when was it like the history. But why I talk about it is because I got so inspired by by the the jewelry exhibition on that month. They have been showing all the jewelry, and I have met a really good tour guide in the museum, and then she has been just talking about the whole history about the jewelry from certain period, and then the jewelry is from the Tang Dynasty, and also the current location is Tibet, like, and the people at that time they live there. There's certain kind of jewelry, and the tour guide has a really good storytelling when she talk about the people who wear jewelry were on the Snow Mountain. They were riding on the horses and then wearing the jewelry, and then jewelry were shaking and then moving. And yeah, when I just hear listening the story, I just imagining oh how the world would be. But for me, when because I born and growing up in Hong Kong, and since 2014 I moved to London. But like snow mountain or like snow scenery is really not not something familiar to me until 2023. Me and my family and my partner went to Switzerland, and also me and my partner went to Finland. I've been like keep engaging with like snow mountain, snow area, and I have certain vision for those feeling. I always feel good when I look at snow, look at mountain, and something really special to me. Yeah, so when I was in the gallery in the Palace Museum, listening the tour guide, she talk about the story people in the mountain area in the past in Tibet, and then how they wearing the jewelry and then riding on the snow mountain, and then I start having the idea, or why I just try to write a story about, or like writing something in my mind. Something is cool. I found it how the sculpture, architecture could be in that world. And at that time, I remember it's like 4 months or 5 months after Midjourney exists. I forgot around like what time Midjourney exists, but at that time I just first start using Midjourney, and I think it's really good to allow me to externalize or visualize the story in my mind, like how it look, how the world could be, and I start doing some kind of um, some experimental um, digital artwork using Midjourney, and trying to capture all the vision in my mind, how the world could be, and how I was seeing the world in my mind, and then what the visions were when I was in museum, when the tour guide just talk about the jewelry, the people live there, and how I imagine the world would be with like those old Chinese cabin. And yeah, so you guys can see this one of the um, the artwork, the digital artwork I've been doing in the really beginning of the whole project. They are more like a crystal carbon, and yeah, I can't, because it's a bit like for a long time ago, I can't even remember why the material is crystal. And I just think about it, it could be related to like there's I really like a Korean artist. I forgot her name. I think I visited her exhibition in London, and her artwork is like um have really cool shape, but like those material is like knitted, and it's like the material really colorful as well. And yeah, when I was in the exhibition, and I was really amazed by those shape. I think all the shape or like the design, and they're all inspired by the old East Asian architecture. Yeah, and then when I was thinking of the world, what it could be, and I just start putting this kind of crystal carbon into the world by using Midjourney and prompting some crystal carbon. And so this is something in the beginning I have been trying to externalize, to see, to visualize what the world could be. And the carbon, the snow mountain with some dry trees. And this is something I've been seeing from the trips I went to Finland and Switzerland, to seeing all the snow mountain when I was skiing. And always thinking, oh, what it would be if I just think about 500 years ago, like in the Himalayas, Tibetan area, there's some kind of special, unique crystallized carbon in that world, and those creation, like this kind of architecture, is like a meditation room. So when you walk in, I think you can just synchronize with the carbon, and following your mind, and then the carbon actually like synchronize with your body temperature and make you feel calm, and then you can do meditation there. Yeah, and then that was my original idea when I was thinking about that world, what architecture could be, because I used to study architecture for 1.5 years, and architecture is still something I always it always occupy my mind to trying to when I create, I always think about the interior, the spatial design, and the shape, the silhouette. Yeah, and also working on some of the like some furniture, something like crystallized in the really beginning of the project. You're trying to because at that time I've been doing something related to furniture, chairs, and I find it chair is something amazing to all the designer when also like studying some of the architect designer in the mid-century. Most of the designer they also have designed chairs, and they think chairs is something like a prototype for them to create, to make something out of it, and to experiment material, shape, and the manufacturing process. And when I was using Midjourney, I feel like, oh, it would be fun to just working on the chair to prompt some chairs object in the M Valley, and how it will be, and how the chair's quality will be in that world, and then how I can visualize it, the world, what it could be. I think the whole process is really good for the beginning of the project to visualize something something I'm not familiar with. Even I've been I got inspired by the snow mountain in Switzerland and also Finland, but there's not something I've been seeing like when I'm growing up. But like through the whole process, I've been doing a lot of like snow mountain, and then I actually like feel like I'm living in that world, the sci-fi world, with this kind of spiral energy, grass and pine tree, and yeah, and there's something um I find it really amazing, and I find it interesting because like when you work on AI, work on Midjourney, you will do a lot of prompting, a lot of like testing to see like the result, the outcome, and but always because it's quite you have to be so specific to look for certain images and outcome, and for the whole process it's really a good chance allow me to get into to look for what I'm interested in. Like it's like a really new tool for me because I'm from the design and art background, and most of them they are either analog sketching, drawing, and digital. I've been using some 3D software as well, but they are not like the AI like Midjourney. It's like more like drawing cards from a pile of cards. It's quite random, but sometimes when you understand how many cards there, you can easily just take the card out and then to do something you find it you like, and then to externalize it. Yeah, I think the whole process is like is really good process to understand yourself, what you like, and what object you like we want to put in the world, your fictional world, what you it's like the process for people like let's say they like studying in the art school or design school. When they have the brief, they wanna brainstorming the idea for the brief. Sometimes I would just go out to go to museum, or going to like random street, something I'm not familiar with, or sometime somewhere that I'm familiar with, just doing all sketching or taking photo, and but it's like a physical visiting to some places like you can access, and it's quite fun to understand what you like, what you don't, and to stick with the brief, the project. But for me, in the beginning, I already know I want to do something with snow mountain. But at the time, I was in Hong Kong, and there's no snow mountain I can access to, or like anything related to snow. And yeah, but still, like I can access to some museum and gallery to see some object. But I didn't use that method, like just visiting gallery. I tried to use the mid journey to understand what I like, what I don't like. Yeah, but of course, like I also I went to some of the museum to start with some ideas, like what the material I want to be for the world, and what kind of art style, mainly the material of the architecture, yeah, to the and also the design, the object, and what I want to be in that world. Yeah, and yeah, after like I think one month staying in Hong Kong, and I've been just keep posting some of the um AI work, the Midjourney work I've been doing, and just posting on the Instagram account. And until maybe like in the summertime 2023, uh, after one visit to Tate Modern, that's like a art fair, and yeah, I really inspired by the one book. It's like a Soviet Union playground. I really like the artwork there, and I just found it really amazed by the photography, like the playground in the snow mountain. Oh, and just feel, oh, what if I put the Soviet Union playgrounds, not like the inspiration, and to do some playground, something. I always amazed by like the organic playground in my childhood. Something, the shape, the silhouette, it's like band with the nature and this kind of thing. I would really like if I was a kid, if I can visit some playground like this. Yeah, and also it's also some there's an experience. The first time I was visiting Finland, and my partner's sibling, the youngest sister, like she showed me a playground in the neighborhood, and I was sitting there and then chatting with her. She was like only 9 years old at that time, and chatting about like her fictional story, and then we were just in the Soul Mountain playground just chatting about it. And then yeah, I just feel, oh, I haven't been to a playground for a while. And this day, whenever like after that, or like before that time chatting with her, whenever I pass by any playground, I always amazed by and thinking about my childhood. I spent so much time in different kind of playground when I lived in Hong Kong, and some years I lived in Shenzhen and China, and I would just like playing with other friends in the playground to just chatting and playing hide and seek with the people and meeting people randomly, like in the neighborhood. It's quite safe there at that time. Yeah, and yeah, and that's like one of the inspiration how I like playground. And always when I create, I always feel like, oh, that's the best way to create is something you find it comfortable. You think there's like a really good feeling to you, and how it make you feel you are touching your childhood. And because like when I think everyone will agree, when we're young, and then you feel like so many things simple and happy, just like really simple thing will make you happy. And I've been actually trying to capturing those feeling, like hang out with some um those feeling when I was young, hanging out with like the neighborhood friends, and yeah, just chatting and doing like silly stuff in the playground and just playing. Yeah, and yeah, and then since I studying architecture, and I think playground is something really inspired me, and something I always find it is really cool. The shape, and it can be quite freely and freedom in terms of the shape. Yeah, and then after the playground phase, I've been always like looking to something organic and really like some spiral curve. I think at that time it's mainly because of my stress and anxiety allow me to do more exercise to like ease it. I find doing exercise like a really good way um to calm down and then to feel relax. Because sometimes we're just following the sort of your body movement, and then let's say dancing, and then just following your body, and then you just feel really calm and yeah, and then you wouldn't think about the anxiety or the stress anymore. Yeah, and then at that time I've been like struggling with the IBS and also some food digestion problem, and sometimes I get stressed and anxiety. I just feel like so painful and just lying in the bed. I can't do anything. But since I know or actually exercise or any kind of body movement can help, I think I'm watching some YouTube video, watching a person like doing Tai Chi and introduced me Tai Chi could be like the way to understand your body and to understand the universe even. So like Tai Chi is like a martial art. Yeah, and it is like in the beginning was just a concept about learning your body, your mind, and then the universe. And ended up like people in East Asia, and then they integrate martial art to Tai Chi to remind yourself the universe, the world, what it could be. And I was thinking all the time when I was doing Tai Chi at that phase when I was working on this artwork, like the spiral lighting and the star in the sky, and then how the body when you're doing Tai Chi can extend to the universe. It's like to understand we are always in the motion. So the Tai Chi theory, it's about like we always move constantly, no matter we're sitting down, because like the earth is rotating itself, and then the earth is like rotating around the sun, and actually even we're standing still, but we're moving, and then time pass, and this kind of concept. And I'm trying to imagining what it could be like, the feeling, the vibe, the visuals could be in the M Valley, the snow mountain. Because M Valley, now I just talk about M Valley a lot. It's just like a world. It's like a sketchbook for me. Because like the Instagram account is called Guy Sketch. It's something I see it as just a sketchbook, like a digital sketchbook, something in my mind, and I will just put it in that M Valley world, and I can remind myself there are something I'm really interested in or feeling amazed by. And I've been doing a lot of like lighting experiment. I start using the software called Runway, and it's like a test prompt software, and then you can just make some still images animated. So I create the image by using Midjourney, and then I using Runway to make it animated. And this one of the example, I can see, oh, what if the M Valley world is at nighttime, and then how it could be with the lighting, the spiral. Because in the Tai Chi martial art, there's a lot of like throwing, a lot of like sign or pattern related to the infinity sign, about the rotation, the joint, the whole body. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be fun to just externalize the concept to visually and with lighting, with like a star and fluid light, and how the fluid light flowing in the sky, how sometimes just like in the water it's always made me calm, and how the lighting um related to the universe, the galaxy. Yeah, and afterward, I've been experimenting a lot of like lighting, architecture, and how about just like changing from crystallized carbon to something is lighting. It's more like a fluid shape, like the fluid lighting to create the shape of the carbon, the architecture. And I'm always amazed by the like this kind of tunnel shape of the cabin. I always feel good. Like just remind me of my childhood. Like spend time with my dog and spend the time in the like a mattress made tunnel in the bedroom. So it's like a sleep over mattress. Usually you put it on the floor, but you can fold it to like a um, like rectangular shape, and you can make it as a tunnel. And my dog really like staying in the tunnel, and also we like staying there as well because it's quite envelope, like really like an enclosed area to make you feel calm and relax. And then it's quite dark there. It's like a cave. So I think kids just really like this kind of shape and dog. Yeah. And yeah, just this kind of idea just popped in my mind. I feel it's be fun to put this kind of concept in the M Valley. Yeah, and yeah, and I've also tried a bit of like also playground, how the playground would look in the M Valley with some animated assist to make it light, to make it like shining and moving. Yeah, so I said here, like the organic form is a dynamic visual inspiration where light and color interweave to create ever-changing organic shape. So in the Tai Chi concept, um, everything is keep changing, and it's like sometimes remind us of our life, the the planet we live in is like keep changing, and how it related to our body, our mind, and yeah, just remind ourselves like everything is constant, and that everyone wouldn't last forever, and just keep changing. Yeah, and I think in the last year, 2023 December, I'm so lucky to get invited to like a Korean lighting show in Seoul, and I've been showing all the cabin, like the artwork I've been doing, to the screen, and then to and then people can see in a LED light screen, and you can see the work I've been doing, the concept, and yeah, this one is the one I was showing in there. So it's like a combine all the lighting, like fluid light carbon, spiral light all together to put in that world. Yeah, you guys might see the black and white concept I've been doing, some of the black and white video, and this one is like something it's like a kind of like an extension for the M Valley. The is something based on my other like short story about people they live in the world in like a mega city. They have to say goodbye to their friends because they have to go to somewhere to live in the sky, in the space station or other planet. But they have been living in that world for almost like in the city for almost like the whole life, and then the friends they don't know each other. The character, three of the main character, they know each other so well, but when they finish the last 3 years training in the school, around 23, 24 years old, they have to leave the city and then to go to the planet, to go to some of the organic shaped planet in the world, and they wouldn't see each other forever. And it's a story related to leave and stay, but they can't stay. It's about friendship and how they see the life, how they see the last moment when they see each other. It's like a short story I wrote 2 years ago, and I feel like it would be fun to also put this kind of concept in the M Valley, especially putting the the spaceship, the organic shape form in the sky, and then this the form, the the spaceship they would see in the world, in the city or in the countryside, and then they would stay in there and going to somewhere so far from the earth. And this project or this story, or I don't know how to call it, is like most of them is black and white. Because at that time I've been really amazed by the black and white, the shape, the silhouette. I feel like it's good to just focusing on the silhouette and contrast and lighting and how those like object in the sky would be. Yeah, and then after working for this series, this project for a while, and I feel like there's actually a limitation from the runway and mid journey, and because sometimes it's just not so consistent. I really want to move to the new phase, to designing, to using some 3D modeling software to create more detail about the interior or the shape, the world I've been working on the M Valley, what it could be, and how to externalize all this beautiful architecture and carving and the snowy mountain world. And I just feel like I was like got stuck just like using runway and Midjourney. They are cool. The animation is really cool, and but I just feel like I can't put camera angle. I can't really to look at it from the other way and to put more in one image or to make it longer at that time. I think runway, I'm not sure because I haven't used runway for almost 4 or 5 months. I think the runway Gen 3 this day they have you can extend for 8 seconds or more, but at that time only 4 seconds, so I only can make like 4 seconds each for all the still image and to make it animated. But after 4 seconds I keep extending it, just not looking so consistent. It changed so much and really random as well. Yeah, and but it's a really good process for me to conceptualize the ideas, some task, some story in my mind, and then to make it visualize. yeah, and in the I think in the May time, I start working on some jewelry design, and those jewelry is something um, I really wanted to make, and to some shape I really amazed by, and this kind of the shape of the jewelry. And but when I doing the jewelry, I just want to trying to do some like simple animation to make it maybe I can show the website I have, and yeah, and then to show you guys like what the jewelries are. Yes, yeah. So the it's just still uploading. I just changed so add some more material on the website, and yeah, and the thing you guys just see the page. It's just the old old one. Yeah. So this is the jewelry I've been designing for, and but they're all digital, and I was thinking to make it as physical object, and I can manufacturing it. And this is the one. It's a ear cuff, and you can put on the ear. Yeah, and I start actually as this project, and I started learning Blender. But at the time, I still not sure if I should put the M Valley to Blender, to use Blender to make it as a to use Blender to externalize the world for from all this carbon, lighting carbon. But after working a lot of like jewelry, animation, and integrate with some runway video, and ended I find it it would be like a good chance to learn more from Blender, and to put everything actually to make it in Blender, and then to animate it. And from that time, I've been just um, using a lot of material from online, especially the one called Blender Kit, and they have a lot of good texture and trees and material. I can kind of like imitate the world I created for Midjourney and Runway, and I've started using Blender, and I find it is quite user friendly, but still there's a lot of things to learn, and but there's a lot of like good YouTube video to learn to make everything. I think I watch a lot of like YouTube video, and a shout out to all those channels. They make really good quality snow mountain video tutorial to teach how to make the snow mountain. And I start create this like first version of the M Valley. You can see the background and then the sky. And it's kind of similar to the vibe I created by using Midjourney. And I put one of the rain, the shape, to the middle of the M Valley, and then to also bind it with some of the light spiral idea I was working on from the past, like this spiral energy. Yeah, and since that time, I've been playing around with like different kind of uh, shape, like create different angle in the set to make like a short video about how you could be, how the M value world, the crystallized object with light fluid shape could be, when what kind of architecture, what kind of shape could be in that world. And I've been putting a lot of this kind of art object in the world. And I found really good like snowy ground texture from Bandakit, and just put there, and then the result is really nice. The reflection, I really like the outcome. And after that, I got it's like another phrase for the whole Guy Sketch project. Is I start doing a lot of sketching, because I got introduced from my partner to the Hobonichi book. It's a journaling system from a Japanese company. I've been doing a lot of like character sketching, and to mainly is for me to expressing certain feeling or something. I find it really fulfilling when I do some character creation, and also using this fountain pen I got introduced by my partner, and it's really good to use it to do little sketching. Because I was from the architectural background, when I was studying architecture, so many things already moved to digital. Sometimes we're still using like some pen to sketch and then to do some drawing, but like once we have the concept, and then we will move to computer, to using the kind of 3D modeling software to do the 3D model. And it's been really good to using fountain pen to touching the analog world again, as I've been working digitally for many years, and it's good to move to the analog world again, and then to feel the physical feeling. And because these days is I use more pen, more like analog materials, I find it can move so smoothly, the creative, and how the pen can allow me to just constantly to drawing, and then my train of thought wouldn't stop all of a sudden. Because sometimes when I'm using 3D modeling software, I would stop somehow, because I have to learn how to use certain function on the software. Sometimes I can't move smoothly. And yeah, and then when after I start using this book and then the fountain pen, I've been doing a lot of like character developing, but most the inspiration is by Japanese character artist, and he has been showing so many of his work on his on the Pinterest account, and I've been like study a lot, and it's really it would be fun to just sketching it. And then sometimes when I do sketching and I look at the image from the artist, and I find it so fulfilling, and sometimes just adding some of my kind of my style on it, like the dot, and also some kind of organic shape object, small object there. Yeah, and this kind of small object is actually inspired by my IBS condition, because whenever I have a stomach pain, I always think about the stomach, like the texture, like the lining in the stomach, and how they move, and then how they look like in the stomach. And then there's a lot of like organic object in the page. Yeah, and also like for me, moving to analog is really good process for me to doing, I think, to calm down, to sort of same to the Tai Chi, the martial art, or like dancing or some exercise, because it's like more about the hand, the movement of the hand, and I find it really calming after doing certain drawing. Yeah, and I've been creating some character, and like especially this character, and I feel like it will be fun to put the character in the M Valley and how they would be and how they would react in the M Valley and what are those characters are. And they are just like a silver or like metal shape of some organic object, but they're wearing some like light fluid garment on their body. And this one is the first video I made after watching a lot of tutorial online, the brand tutorial, some really good video provided by some channels, and they're really good quality, and then just teaching me how to do all the character sculpting and character creating tutorial, and it's really helpful for me to at the end I make this character in the end body world. Yeah, and after that I feel, oh, that's actually so fun to use Blender to externalize the world and compared to runway and Midjourney, because I can set the camera angle and the movement, and yeah, to do the editing job to make it like a short reel. And the next video I've been making is like this character, the name called Octopus Teacher. He like hiking in the Ant Valley and just looking for the spiral energy in the world, and how he like the energy that's surrounding and chilling. And this one day he saw the spiral energy and just pretending he's so afraid of it, and he fell. After working on this video, I just feel there's so much fun to use Blender to animate character, because actually it's not that hard to do this kind of simple movement, because I was using, there's a website called Massimo, and I can just put the animation, like pre-make animation, the body movement to the character I made on Blender, and then to make it work. And yeah, that's just so fun to see everything alive, and from like a limited runway video to this like Blender animation, and but still can keep the vibe the same, and valley vibe, the snow mountain, starry night, and also the fluid garment on the like the fluid garments, like it's like a object similar to those like lighting carbon, and how this creature, this character, like wearing this kind of garment, and then to make them walk. Yeah, and after that, I really trying to make it more fun, like how it would be when they dance in the M Valley. Yeah, because I find that this is related to myself. Whenever I dance, I feel relief. I find it calm, and it's the way to move on certain pain, especially my IBS condition or my digestion problem. It's really helping me to relax and chill. But I've been wanting to make it as like a Tai Chi art, martial art movement. So the character is doing this like slowly, but my animation skills are not that good yet to animate it on my own, because I'm still using some pre-made like body movement to make the object move. But I would love to try to make it if I can get any assist with anyone watching this video. they're really good at brand for breaking. And please let me know, and it will be nice if I can learn it from you and how to make the character doing Tai Chi, because like there's something in the beginning, that's how Tai Chi inspired me to do all this kind of lighting movement, body movement in this M Valley world. Yeah, and I've been trying a lot, like different kind of movement. And after that, after some dancing, wheel dancing, different kind of dancing, and have like want to add more like architecture or like design element to the M Valley. And I start making this kind of wind turbine in the M Valley. And the wind turbine is really something like always I can see when I was visiting Finland, when on the car, and I always see the wind turbine in around the forest and to provide the electricity to the city. And I just really amazed by the concept of the visuals when I was sitting in the car and looking outside. Something is like keep rotating, and I feel like, oh, what it would be if I introduce this kind of wind turbine to the M Valley world. And yeah, after putting some design object in the M Valley, I've been studying more from my previous phases for this project, and then I've been seeing, oh, what was the original idea? That's the crystal carbon, and I was thinking, oh, it would be great to just put the crystal carbon in here, and then to show it how it would be, and next to the octopus teacher and dancing. And I add more like turbine, like architecture vibe, and the octopus dancing in that world. And I've been doing a lot of like flower drawing on my sketchbook. A lot of always have a flower and different kind of flower on my sketching. And I think, oh, it would be great to put some like organic object, some flower object, something like remind me of Nintendo game Mario or Mario Kart when I played when I was young. Like those like flower will eat your car. Forgot the name. Yeah, and how it would be with the organic lighting shape wrapping them. And that's the latest wheel I created. There's like some machine, some rotating machine would in the theme park, and yeah, and how it would be to have the same style, same design, same as those lighting carbon, and then the octopus teachers, they all dancing in front of them. Yeah, and that's the last video from my like a newest update for the whole process. And I'm thinking to like work on more like something same style, and then it is in the M Valley, but the next wheel is gonna be more like interior. As recently I went to Bath, I was really amazed by the spa, the rooftop spa I went to, but I'm more amazed by the underground spa. the design, like because I was always going to spa when I was young with my dad and my other friends. Yeah, and that's something I find it relaxed and calm. And whenever it's relaxed, I just find it all this some creative element for me. And yeah, recently I just really wanted to create interior, this kind of like a spa interior, it's like underground, and also the characters in the underground and how they would how they interact with in the cave. And yeah, and this is gonna be the sketch for the animation. I'm looking forward to make the 3D modeling happen and the animation happen, the character dancing. And also I want to make more character, like some character from my sketchbook, and to make it more alive, and also some architecture artwork. But yeah, thank you so much for if you are still watching the video, and yeah, I feel just appreciate it still watching it, and then to hearing or the sharing from my Guy Sketch account on Instagram, how I start with Mid Journey and Runway from the trip I went to Hong Kong, and how I developed it from the Mid Journey and then to Blender, and these days more like sketchbook, drawing, analog drawing, and to using Blender to make the world happen. But Blender is like a really user friendly and also open source free software, and it's really good to experiment or kind of animate or visual ideas by using the software. Yeah, and as long as you sketch, or like as long as also if you have some visual idea, you can easily just put it on Blender and externalize it to show what your world, your fictional world is, or your visuals are through Blender. Yeah, I think it would be great if anyone, if you are interested in my like Blender or Mid Journey or Runway work process, and please comment, and I would in the future I will make the video about my Blender modeling process, the texture, how to make the end body using Blender, how to get all the material, the texture, and really simple way, because I just learned it actually like 2 months ago, and after watching some YouTube videos and to learn some basic stuff and also some specific stuff, and then to make the end body happen. Yeah, and yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'm excited to show you guys more like the working process, or more the creativity behind the project. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.